Welcome folks, this is Wear and Tear, yet another outdoor and gear review channel reporting to you from the indoors. Today we do another flashlight review, the Sofirn SC18, a good looking little 18650 flashlight. Now last time we had something really cool, the Sofirn SC12, SC32. Now this is a legendary flashlight, a great EDC flashlight with an electronic tail switch. I can only recommend this flashlight. It's absolutely awesome, and you see how often I've used it during my night shifts. I really like it a lot. I have nothing bad to report about this flashlight. Now the Sofirn SC18 is a little bit of a simpler kind of flashlight. It's more something that you would give your grandfather or your daughter or someone who is in need of a good EDC flashlight, but it shouldn't be too good. It shouldn't rival your own flashlights, right? So you would hand this light out, the Sofirn SC18. Now the Sofirn SC18, as you can see, it comes with an electronic sight switch, with an indicator light, green, that's good. The battery is full, and it has a TAR lens, or total internal reflection. It gives a very nice beam, so defined but not too hard hotspot, so rather soft transitions, and it's actually a very usable beam, as you can also see in the indoor beam shots in my cellar. Absolutely nice light, good light source. Definitely the light is a little bit cold in my opinion, but it's manageable. It's a good all-round beam. Like most people who are not specialized in flashlights would probably prefer it to have a beam that gives them, a little bit of everything. Now, the machining of this light, I mean, look at that, is gorgeous. I have to say that, really beautiful. And of course, we have the threads here, the squared threads. Absolutely amazing. O-ring. Yeah, Sofirn has nailed that since a long time and has gotten even a little bit better recently with their machining. That's my impression. So we have springs on both sides. Too bad there is no magnet in this tail cap. That would have been wonderful. That would have made the light even better, because then you could just pop it somewhere and it would shine down on whatever you're interested in. So this is something that you could do yourself. There's plenty of space in the tail cap. If you have a neodymium magnet, you could do that. Here we have a USB-C charging port on a rubber cover, which is a reasonable slab of silicone rubber type material that actually really protects the port very well. You can see some beautiful fins here. Now the flashlight has all the electronic bells and whistles. It has a reverse polarity protection. It has the active temperature regulation, ATR. So when it detects that the internal temperature is too high, it regulates the output count down and then back up again. If the light is sufficiently cold, for example, if you go out play in the snow, then it might give you some more light or higher run times on a higher output. So it's a smart, intelligent light. It won't overheat you. It could definitely burn a hole in your pocket, though. It doesn't have those type of close-up sensors like some of the more modern OLEDs have it. So it is still a little bit of a tool that you should use with caution. Of course, 1800 lumens, maximum output. That's very bright. It's not a child's toy either. So this is you go through all the modes. It doesn't have a soft ramping. It just has modes. It has no Anduril or anything like that. The layman doesn't appreciate it. I barely appreciate Anduril. For me, it's a bit too complicated. But so in the normal sequence, you don't have a blinky mode. You don't have an ultra low. Long press, and it starts on an ultra low, like 3 lumens. You can check the eye reflexes with it. A double click gets you right into turbo, and a triple click gives you a pretty annoying strobe mode. Definitely nice to scare your neighbor's dog or something like that. No, you shouldn't shoot directly on animals unless you have to defend yourself. Yeah, lanyard and a lanyard hole is included. So all in all, a very nice quality flashlight. Nothing too exciting, very bright. Sofirn had offerings like that before. This has a little bit of a better appearance in fit and finish. Went from good to very good, let's put it that way. I cannot really deal with electronic side switches too much in my job. I need a tail switch because I cannot find side switches. Because, my fine motoric skills are not very developed. But for a lot of people do prefer those side switches. So what I don't like about the light is it does flicker a little bit from time to time. Don't know if I can reproduce it now, but it's not because there's some debris inside or anything like that, or not because the battery is faulty. For some reason, from time to time, it does flicker a little bit on me, indicating there is something a little bit iffy perhaps in the electronics compartment. So I haven't had that on a Sofirn light in a long time, but this might be just my sample. I would just suggest if you receive a unit like that, just exchange it. Just write an email to Sofirn or use the return function on your Amazon. This is not a problem. It's probably really just my sample. Maybe I can fix it. Maybe sometimes it could be some condensation that is inside. Now it's very cold outside, and then you get those packages and you boot up a flashlight. That initial flicker could have to do with a little bit of condensation. So maybe it works itself out. Sometimes they just need a good run on maximum output. So the output, 1800 lumens, is impressive out of such a little flashlight. It's nothing unheard of. What is very good with this light is the price point. We're talking here about $20 to $25 for a good budget quality flashlight. That is really an attractive offer. Now let's try something. Let me remove the battery real fast. Grab a USB cable, and then let me plug that in. So this is how you open it, like clumsily, if you're like me. Oh yeah. So it came on, it blinked blinked a little bit. That's interesting. Sometimes you can't get those lights going without a battery inserted. In this case, I think my USB-C cable is a little bit too big to make good contact. So I would have to grind it down. Let me try that with the included cable. Let me just brutally open that. There you go. Plug that in here. So, okay, there we go. So this fits. So not every cable will fit equally. This port is a little bit restrictive in this regard. Not a biggie. And there we go. See, you can make this light work without a battery or with an empty battery probably, at least on a mid mode. So you can run this light for time indefinite from a power bank or a USB power source, which is good to know in my opinion. So you can improvise something with the light. That's what I like about electronic side switches and tail switches. You can do those kind of little shenanigans. So the Sofirn SC18 is a good flashlight, a good budget offering for your average Joe. But if you want to get a real exciting Sofirn light, I suggest you get the Sofirn SC32. This is a nice flashlight. This is made for big boys. It's also a little bit more compact than the SC18. So yeah, and it just looks cooler. I'm sorry, some flashlights are just good, okay, but not very exciting. Some flashlights are just, yep, don't want to give you away. Sofirn SC32, you stay with me. I'll cradle you. Come to me, come to me.